Hello and welcome to the Stellar Monarchs Academy Friday Focus. Myself, Graham Munsey, joined by Dave Harley as we look back on our close-fought match between the Monarchs Academy and the Oxford Chargers. The visitors just coming out on top by one solitary point. The final score of 44 to the Stellar Monarchs Academy, 45 to the Chargers. We're here from man of the match from the Monarchs' point of view, Dayle Wood, match winning ride from Oxford's point of view, Jody Scott, and our heat of the night is Heat 13. A fantastic battle on that one. And Dave, I guess first and foremost, it's good to be back at the Dayle.
Oh, it's great to be back at the Speedway. Yeah, we even got a sunny night for it. Maybe not quite warm, but it certainly was a great night. And while it took a little bit to get going, we had some cracking action tonight. I mean, 3 or 4 races could have been heat of the night. And it just got better and better, and it got better and better for the Academy. Unfortunately, they just left themselves a little bit too much to do after a slow start and lost out by that 1 point. Very frustrating for the boys, but there are definitely signs of better things to come, and good to get open tonight done.
Yeah, good to get back and see some cracking racing. I say we'll see Heat 13 a little bit later on, and for me, Dave, probably tail of the tape is when you look at Heat leader wins with a big difference tonight. I think, if we include Jacob Cloughton as the third heat leader, he's the third highest average rider for Oxford, although Gareth had 1 heat win as well. I think was it 7 heat wins to 2 for the top 3 riders in each team, and then that was kind of where the match was probably just about won and lost. Colleen, 3-3-3 fall, but he was excellent early doors. And then star of the show, who we'll hear from in a little bit, and a real match winner in my opinion, Jody Scott, an absolutely fantastic effort. I mean, 13 from 5, very unlucky not to get the win in Heat 13. Depending on where you were standing in the stadium, people had different opinions on that, but I'm led to believe from those in line with the referee's box that Max Perry did hold on, and for me that was probably just where the difference was overall.
Yeah, no, Jody was excellent tonight. We saw him last year coming. He was racing the British Youth Championship the next day, and he's come on strides. It was in that the race he didn't actually quite win, where he moved line and started outside and attacked Max. So Max Perry was it, or
I think so. Heat 13.
And it's just excellent change of line, and really unlucky not to win that race. And as you say, the difference in the end when Luke Colleen went off the boil. The Oxford had a second man stand up, and for the Monarchs Academy, Connors had a win. Max Perry was excellent in a couple of races as well, and Dayle Wood, as you say, very, very, very good. Looking solid as anything, picking up good points, winning races, and some positives, but we can't throw away points like we did early in the meeting. Yeah,
that's it. That'll probably be where the Academy and Scott Wilson's frustration lie. You think Heat 1, an engine failure for Mason Watson when he's in third. Heat 3, Dayle and Sam McGurk on a 5-1 when Sam comes down at the front. And Dayle wins a rerun, but, there's 6 points. 5-1, Oxford will say the same, Luke Colleen lifts in Heat 13. Weirdly, Jody Scott does a job, but I actually think if Luke Colleen had stayed down in Heat 15, he was probably looking at an all 4. And then, of course, there was a 3-2 where Senna Summers came down and cost him a point. So they'll argue it all balances up, and it does. And, Oxford, for me, probably just deserved to pipe it. And then if you look down the Academy score, as you mentioned, man of the match for the Academy by far, Dayle Wood. A solid performance as well. We've seen Dayle come for the back and win big heats, but 5 pretty decent gates. Good in front. I think he lifted once coming off a bend, but got it right back under control, and really showing that he should be making a mockery of that 4.5 point average, particularly at home.
Yeah, no, definitely. And as you say, absolute solid one. One moment and he recovered from it, whereas this time last year he was falling off. Even later in the season he still had the odd fall or two, which if he rules that out, that'll be exactly the one, and he will kick on properly this year and picking up wins as well. He was the one that really got the team going at the end of the day. And it's great to see.
Yeah, but maybe just not that consistent backup behind. As you mentioned, there was a heat win, 1 each for Connor and for Max Perry. Sam's nights.
Kieran Lydon 3-0.
Exactly. Kieran, he'll never want to see gate 1 ever again. If you're two duffers off the inside gate, 2 heat wins, including heat 8. He more did his job. But again, just that's probably, that epitomises it. It's the extreme, doesn't it? 3-0, but it just shows that you didn't really know maybe what some of the Monarchs Academy guys were going to go heat by heat. Whereas on the flip side, solid riding. Jason Gerrard was tremendous as well. Cloughton scored in every race. Ashton Vale scored in every race.
Yep.
And he's Academy number 8. But Lee Harrison, his scorecard only shows 1, but he was probably worth more than that as well.
No, definitely, especially in that Heat 8. He was really, he made Mason Watson work till the very last corner to get that point, and he scored a point for Oxford tonight, and that's the difference between the teams.
That's it. And of course, we said that in our opinion, Monarchs Academy man of the match was Dayle Wood, and I caught up with him after. So Dayle, close but no cigar. The team maybe threw away a few points early, got themselves back in, but just couldn't quite get over the line there at the end.
Yeah, a few silly points got thrown away, but that's all part of racing. We stuck it to them all the way and got pretty close, but try and get there on Sunday at Oxford.
And I guess from your own point of view, though, that was probably as controlled a match as you imagine. You were electric at the start in most heats, 13 points for 5 rides. That's a good barometer for how the season's going to go.
Yeah, I felt really good on the bike tonight. Everything was working well, which is good. Makes it easy when you get at the start and get in front early. But yeah, just keep pushing on that like that for the rest of the season and see where it goes.
And in that heat 15, I saw the replay there, and it was a pretty level jump between all three, between you, Jody and Luke. He's on the inside, he's maybe able to give you a little shove that puts you out in the Luke, and then that meant he had that inside line and he just managed to dive back under you going into the third bend.
Yeah, it was pretty tough first corner. All the boys were pretty hard there, but I got caught up in the middle of them, and Luke got caught on the outside, so it's what it is.
And then you mentioned there, the team have kind of got to brush it off and just remember it starts 0-0 again on Sunday down at Oxford.
Yeah, exactly. We just do our best down there, and hopefully all the boys are on game, and see what we can do.
Yeah, Dayle Wood there, and I guess if there's one positive to come out tonight, obviously it was Dale's performance, but also the fact that the Academy team have got a chance to turn this around quite quickly. We head down to Oxford on Sunday. Almost sounds silly, we're not even at the end of April, but I dare say it's almost getting into a must result here. Of course, the National League this year, it's 10 fixtures only and no playoffs, so if anyone that watched the MTV social during the week would have seen the interview with Scott Wilson, and I kind of put the question to him that would one home defeat mean the end of your season from a title winning possibility? It probably means you're now looking to win 6 or 7 at least, maybe it was 7 or 8, meaning 8 matches. There is only 8 left. So big challenge on Sunday against a team that, as we touched about, your Rodwell, Colleen.
Yep.
He loves this place. He's a rider that I think if other things would have fallen and certain stories hadn't been told, might even have been here.
Well, his time in Heat 1 tonight was a second faster than the fastest National League race last year. So, and he was looking really fast. I mean, I don't know, he must have got himself a wee fright in Heat 13. Reared him terribly. You wouldn't see that because it's just a rear on most show. But looking very good. Yeah, and then of course we've already touched on Jody Scott, excellent. But the engine room as well. I'm looking at my scorecard here, and Jason Gerrard and Jacob Cloughton, 14 paid 16 between the two of them. And that heat win, heat 12 that Jason Gerrard won, the speed he was pushing into that, particularly that third bend, he was really impressive. And young Ashton Vale at the bottom end, if you're a 3-pointer and you come away from home and you're going home with paid 8 in your tail, that's putting your team on a good step as well. Brilliant. Yeah, no, that's exactly what you're looking for. That's what this league's about. Ashton he was only on a 250 this time last year, and now he's picking up good points and really well earned points as well. But as you say, it was that kind of middle order. The 5-1 in Heat 7 is. Max Perry looked good in the end, but he didn't get started. And unfortunately, these are the things that you can't do. It's opening night. I mean, I think to come back to your point about if you're going to lose a match at home, better to be the first one because you've now got you've still got all 4 matches because I forgot we beat Leicester, the 4 away matches to recover from that, and hopefully maybe on Sunday. I mean, I don't know who they'll have. Haven't said Alex on Sunday, but there's still a chance if the boys can pick up from where they were mid-meeting rather than start.
That's it. It was almost a match of 2 halves, wasn't it, to use old football analogy, but wasn't quite to be. And the man that clinched victory for Oxford on the night in Heat 15 was Jody Scott, and I caught up with him after also.
So Jody, Heat 15 win, a win for the team, a great start to the Chargers season.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's what the plan was, to come down here to win against Armadale. Obviously we've got a meeting against them Sunday as well, so that's the plan is to win there as well. But yeah, the team really bonded well together after our first meeting of the season, and we're bonding really well together. I've known some of the boys for quite a while, so that's a positive.
And then Heat 15, your gaffer probably didn't do any favours. I think there'd only been one win off a gate one all night, but it didn't make any difference to you. You got a good jump, you were able to shove kind of Dayle out a little bit and then dive back under and take the win. You must have been delighted with that.
Yeah, I was definitely. Me and Dayle were obviously elbow to elbow down going to the first bend. But I just knew what I had to do. Obviously I didn't know Luke came off at the back, but yeah, I just knew I had to get to the front. Obviously if it was a 3-3 we were going to win the meeting. But yeah, I just done what I can and I made it all work.
And you mentioned the spirit in the camp and stuff, you know, Oxford are champions, but maybe a few people were writing them off, you know, with Jordan and Henry and some of the more experienced guys who's on, but then it just opened up chances for guys like yourself to step in and take on that mantle.
Definitely, we ain't got Henry and Jordan this year, but I think the boys we've got this year is really strong. Obviously I've known Ashton Vale since I ever started. Senna, I've known him I've just started to get to know him and he seems like a really good lad. But yeah, obviously we've got pretty much the same team, but apart from Jordan and Henry, but this team is really strong this year.
And you mentioned obviously a quick turnaround, the return match on Sunday, and I guess the mindset going into that is that starts at 0-0. Tonight means nothing come Heat 1 on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. Obviously we've got to win every meeting we can because there's no playoffs this year, but we just got to get the points and more points as we can this on Sunday to take the double-header win.
Yeah, Jody Scott there. Speaks as well as he rides, Dave. Well spoken there, despite what I'd rate maybe my worst ever question. I've asked, I just want a Heat 15 decider, and I've asked, are you delighted? Do you want a Heat 15 decider? Jesus. Much try harder as the scorecard for that one, but he was excellent tonight from the start. You know, controlled out the gate. I say rode fast, rode hard. Excellent work there. And we need to do it all again on Sunday. Tapes up as 3 p.m. on
3
Sunday.
p.m,
That's right, yeah. I have to double check that one there. And there'll be live updates on the Monarchs website as usual. But before we go, as always, we always like to show you a little bit of action. So we'll now see what we had. As Dave said, one or two options. And actually, I think I'd said, was it the race before Heat 12? I said to Jason Garrett, I'll show you. We had to cut the replay off because Heat 15 was starting on the stream. And I said, yeah, we'll get that on social media for you. Unfortunately, I just got pipped by this one in Heat 13.
Scott made a better start that time. Perry's gone for the outside line and he might have quite. Scott holds on as they hit the third corner. Perry another challenge on the outside. Best ride so far by Max Perry. Almost through there. Scott back inside him. Perry again on the outside. This is an even better race. Perry's gone to the front this time. Great effort. We expected good things from Max Perry and he's just taken a couple of rides to get going. Scott still challenging. A burst up the back straight. Perry just in front at the final corner. Drifting out wide. But I think Perry hung on, did he? What a tremendous heat.
Yeah, fantastic action there between Max Perry and young Scott. And I know, Dave, from your vantage point in the stadium, you thought I'd went the away man's way.
I thought Jody got it, but I'm reliably informed by our cameraman who sits on the start-finish line that it was Max Perry, but very, very close and fantastic racing. We could do races like that here every week.
Yeah, exactly. Fantastic action. And although he didn't quite get the checkered flag there on that one, Jody Scott did have the last lap. As he took the Heat 15 victory that meant on your night it was a 45-44 victory for the visitors. Dave, that probably just about wraps us up for the first one of the season. Yep. Do keep an eye out on social media. The MTV Social will be back midweek as we look ahead to a big BSN Series match. Berwick, the visitors, next week. And of course, I won't give any spoilers. I'm going home to watch the Glasgow Berwick match on BSN. But having only got beat by 4 down at Berwick, the bonus point is the aim. Won't be easy though. You know,
No.
Rory Schlein, Daniel Hume, Drew Kemp, all got very good Armadale records, plus a guest to be announced. No doubt it'll be a track specialist. So we'll be back midweek to give you the updates on what's happening for that. Until then, as always, thank you very much for watching and goodbye.